Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new video. In today's video we are playing the Tower of Babel. It is a brand new demo that got released onto Steam today. I was actually having lunch and I got two demos that I've been waiting for that got released. So we're going to have this one tonight and a little bit later we'll release the other demo. And this is a cross between like a Diablo/Vampire Survivors where we have loot, we have gear, with common, rare magic items, and then also rare items. So it's normal, magic, and rare that I found so far. I'm going to assume that there are maybe some unique items. We can identify items at this guy. There is a meta progression over there at here, and then there's a shop over here available in the demo for us to buy items and things like that. So really cool. Let's go into the gameplay. It is again the bullet heaven horde survival type S games. I haven't beat floor 1 yet. We've only started playing. I played one round just to get a feeling for all of you guys, but let's get straight into it. So there is auto aim and auto attack, which as you can see I am definitely using because it's just chilled to chill and just play the game and go from there. We are going to enhance our special attack. As far as I know is only our right click, so even though everything is auto attack, we still got a special to right click. Increase chance for projectiles to pierce or reduce damage. I'm going to go with reduced damage just because. And then let's see if we can get a successful run. Depending on how long the run takes, we'll either do 1 round or 2 rounds, depending on what we get and how far we can push it. I think getting ourselves increased XP pickup range is going to be really good because there are going to be times when enemies surround you. So having extra pickup range, of course, in these type S games does really help a lot. Increase all damage by 10% instead of basic attack is much better because we are going to get more than just a basic attack being occurred. Dagger, rapidly hurl a volley of daggers forward. Sparks rise from the ground attacking enemies, or falling meteors unleash area attack, ignite the surrounding. Let's go with the meteor strike and see what happens. I haven't seen it. And it also looks like it leaves a puddle of lava on the floor that looks like it might do damage. So that's going to be really good for us in the future. Also can hit multiple enemies if they are stacked together. Increase additional projectiles. For now, I think we're going to go and increase our basic attack. It doesn't really give a rarity of the level up option, so I don't actually know how rare extra projectile count is. However, there is something that the game does do, and I know this because, like I mentioned, we have played one round before, and what that's going to be is as you level up, sometimes you're going to get a single skill that has multiple levels to it. So there you saw it said basic attack levels up once. There are going to be times where you're going to get it, so it should say level 1 to level 4 or to level 3. So sometimes you will be able to pick up the same skill at a different level, or sometimes it will go straight from 0 to 3 and things like that. But let's level up our meteor, see what happens from there. What I did find some decent luck doing was actually picking up multiple skills and then leveling them up slowly instead of going for one single skill and getting that leveled up. But since we're getting a lot of meteor, I thought it would be good to go for that. This is the perfect example where we get life regen 0 to 3 or pickup range 1 to 3. I'm going to go with the life regen. We don't need it just yet, but I think it's going to be quite helpful a little bit later on in the run. So that's going to be quite good for us. Alright, we've got a little guy with a helmet over there. And you'll notice every now and then we are, okay, we got critical hit chance, Heaven's Judgment, or XP pickup range. Heaven's Judgment says beams of judgment fall, shattering into multiple light shards that deal damage. Let's go for the critical hit chance for now first, because 7% crit chance is quite a big number. And like I mentioned, it is like a Diablo-esque game, so we are going to get equipment. So every now and then you will see a piece of gear sitting on the floor. You just go run over it and your character will pick it up. But if you don't successfully finish the run, you do lose some of the equipment. So what happens is there will be an enemy that like steals it from you, and then you're going to go and you can either buy it back from the merchant, or you've got to kind of hope that what gets stolen isn't really good. Let's see. Summon large spinning blades that pierce through enemies, or wave of lightning radiates from you, striking nearby enemies. Or we could level this up. Let's go with lightning wave. See what that's all about. Ooh, okay. That reminds me of Last Epoch. I don't know if you guys ever played Last Epoch and you played with the Elementalist. There was the Elemental Nova skill. So lightning wave is very symbolic of that skill. Let's see, basic attack damage, increased number of enemies spawned, or corpse explosion, curse random enemies to explode upon death. I think let's go for our basic attack. It does increase our critical strike chance as well. And we just picked up boots. Alright, oh, there's some rare boots over there. That's fantastic. I will grab those with pleasure. Thank you so much. We did take a little bit of damage over there, but that's alright. Now, so far, and I don't know if this will be added or not because the demo just came out like literally today, but I'm not 100% sure if or there's going to be destructible objects in the actual arena. So you can see that, you know, over here in the corner, there's pots and things like that. If they were destructible, maybe to give some coin or things like that, that would be quite cool to add into it. But I don't know if that's something that's going to be added in or not. But just my 2 cents, you know, it would be nice to have some destructible in the actual game. Because it is based off like a Diablo slash Survivor or Bullet Heaven, we are going to probably see different gear, which again, we can't check while we're in the game. But the different gear is probably going to be, you know, magical damage, physical damage eventually, and things like that. So there will probably be typical builds or different builds based on the different skills and things like that, which will be pretty cool. And then adding this into the arena survivor-like gameplay is just additional, you know, further concept. So it's really like Death Must Die, but slightly different. Alright, let's go with Earth Spark. I've never seen it, so we might as well oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So it doesn't come from our character, it just randomly goes to different enemies all over the place. So that's actually pretty cool and pretty helpful. Now, some of the gear in the shop is very expensive, so we need to make sure that we are picking up as much gold as possible so that we are wealthy enough to get more gear when we see a good piece of gear that we want to buy. Alright, so Heaven's Judgment over here now goes to level 2. Because of that, it does gain an extra shard count, so we're actually going to grab it, and that's going to give us an additional attack now to deal damage to enemies around us. So, you know, that's why you do it. Eventually you'll end up with so many different spells that, you know, the arena is going to be filled with everything, and that is really, really good. Projectile count, or HP, or evasion. Let's go with more life regen for now. I'm not 100% sure how evasion works just yet. We are playing on a warrior. I don't have any other characters just yet. I think the demo only has a warrior, but I'm assuming evasion rating will be for a different class maybe. But right now I've got armor on gear and stuff like that, so I don't see evasion rating being that grand. What would be nice is if I push tab or maybe another button, you would be able to see some of your character stats and things like that as well while in game. And this is typical of all of the games. It's something that a lot of the developers for some reason don't like being in the game. I don't know why, but it's just something that as a player, or personally speaking, it's something that I really, really enjoy seeing. So I like to see numbers, and if I can see them, it really helps me personally with where or what direction I want to go into with the build. But there you go, we killed an elite or a rare, a health bar enemy, I guess, and they dropped us 4 different pieces of gear, so that's really, really cool. And 2 rares. I do have to thank Master Czar, one of our subscribers, for mentioning this game to us on Discord ages ago. They mentioned this game and I added it to my wish list, and I've been speaking to the devs since that day, and you know, it's been back and forth on emails and things like that, and finally the the demo got released. So I'm actually super excited for this game. It does seem, you know, really cool. It's really chilled, and I'm enjoying it. So give it a shot, guys. The link will be down in the description for the Steam store. It looks like we've got some enemies over here that are now ranged. So of course, we're going to do what we always do, and we are going to run straight to them and deal with them first. We did level up our meteor again. I'm hoping, I guess multiple projectiles means that that's going to affect the meteor as well. Because I'm so sure earlier I saw 2 meteors land up at the exact same place or the exact time. So I think it is possible to have multiple projectiles when you've got certain skills like meteor. I guess that's counting as a projectile. Or maybe we need a tagging system, not similar to PoE. I mean, not similar to Soulstone Survivors, where like a skill has 13 different tags, but at least let us know, okay, this is actually a projectile. So when we get something that says increase projectile or possible projectile count, then I know that the skill is going to be affected by that passive. So that's just a, you know, another 2 cents added there. That it's something that I would like to see. Because there we just got to increase to lightning wave, and it just said that it's going to increase our projectile count. So I don't even know how a lightning wave gets a projectile count when it isn't a projectile. That's just weird. Alright, these big butcher guys. When I see these guys, that's exactly what I think of, a butcher. I don't know if that's what you guys think of as well, but definitely a butcher for me. Alright, we need to just make sure that we have some room for movement, because we were getting surrounded over there. And that's the last thing you really want to do in a bullet heaven or a horde survival game. Being surrounded usually means that's the end of the run for you. I think we need our lightning wave to deal more damage. I have absolutely no idea how long it takes for the first wave before it is over. But we did level up at a pretty good time. We can go and increase our earth spark damage, but unfortunately, like I mentioned, we got surrounded. So this is going to be a really good one. Lightning. Oh, there it is over there. This did 10k damage. That's actually not bad, and it has the highest DPS. I must remember that. We survived for 9 minutes. We'll give it a go again. So there you go. He swiped one of our rare pieces, unfortunately. So that's what I meant at the end. Now what we do is we speak to this guy. He identifies all of our items, just like in PoE, and push B to check our backpack. We've received a Divine Bear rare item. What is that? An amulet. So it gives us more resistances. It gives us +4 to strength, +1 skill seal. I don't know what that is. And then chance to recover life on critical hits with some strength. Less strength than what we had, and some mana regen. So it's actually not necessarily better. This one's got vitality, it's got cold resist, it's got damage reduction when we're below a certain amount of health, as well as increased armor. So that's much better. We've got a helmet, which we didn't have before. We've got a belt that's better. And then we've got a cloak. Light skill, piercing chance, basic attack damage. And that's just attack power. So the other one is better. I don't know if this is better, so I'm going to keep it off for now, because this gives us more strength and it gives us 4.4% all damage. So just based on that, I think I just don't know what that plus skill seal means over there, and I don't think it's something that is possible in the demo. So we're not going to worry about that. It might be something to do with this over here, with some of these altar blessings, which is the meta progression, And as you can see, we can actually increase our attack power and our armor, or we can increase our critical hit chance. But I think we are going to go for strength. And then we can also sell our gear. So that's pretty cool. We go over here. We can't afford anything, unfortunately, also because we kind of just spent it all. And then these are the boots that were stolen from us and everything else that was stolen from us, but it all looks like it's not that much better. Sell the items. We got 372 gold, so we could spend it on something. This looks like it is better than what we've got, but you get fire skill, piercing, dark skill, range with attack power. We get another weapon which doesn't look like it is better than what we've got. Some rings over here and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to spend the money yet. Let's go into another round. What's really cool is that you can actually see our helmet on here as well, which is pretty cool. You get an update to your character's visuals, which is really, really cool. So when you find a cool piece of gear, like a nice weapon, that's probably going to look different. So that's also really, really nice. Also, why is that a blue XP orb over there? Alright, let's try something different. We're going to go for attack speed this time, instead of that one route into attack damage. And now every time we see, so now we can go for the attack damage. That's fine. We are one-tapping enemies in the very beginning, which is great. We can go for our basic attack again. I mean, XP gain is really good, but over here, the more damage we deal, the better it's going to be. Of course, we want to crit as well and go from there. Of course, we also don't want to end up taking damage for no reason. I think let us go with... let's try spinning blade this time and see. Ooh, okay, that's pretty cool. That reminds me of another skill. I can't think of the game though, but there was a game that had something similar to that. And I can't put my finger on it. But it's a cool looking skill. Alright, basic attack goes to level 4, so we get damage, range, and attack radius. That is beautiful to see. I do wonder if there's going to be a luck stat in the game, which is going to affect, those power-up chances and things like that. But I'm not 100% sure. Maybe skill seal is like a banish. Maybe you can banish skills during a run. That's something we're going to have to test as well. Let's go with cast speed. I've totally forgotten to show you that we can actually right-click, use our mana, and throw an axe at enemies. I completely forgot about that. So that's a special ability, and we right-click to use it because I'm using mouse and keyboard. Alright, let's go up with... Oh, that gives us more attack speed. I have to do that. The increased attack speed is going to be so good. We need to check. We need to put every point into basic attack. I want to see if there is a max level to it. So we're testing things out right now while we're playing the game. We're going to answer all of our questions. I was about to say to you guys, I wonder if there's a max level. So this is increased chance of magic item find, although it looked like by pushing a button it took the wrong thing. So now we've got the corpse explosion. Fantastic. I don't know how that happened. It is a demo, and there will be things that occur that shouldn't, and that's one of them. But that was just weird. Alright, we need more basic attack damage though, because we need to be able to get rid of those butchers quite quickly. Come on, basic attack. Ice Orb I've played with. I want to try the normal daggers and see what that does. Okay, so we throw a couple of daggers in a direction. They deal a decent amount of damage. It is multiple daggers as well, so it all adds up. I think for single target damage that could be pretty good. So when those elites come, or whatever they are. Basic attack, yes, let's go. Increase it more. I don't care what the other options are. Basic attack for the win. We need to get it as high as possible. Okay, we've got daggers, or we've got movement speed. Of course, we're going to go with the daggers. Cast speed increased. So that makes me think that cast speed is going to be a stat as well. And like I mentioned previously or earlier in the video, it does look like it's possible that you're going to get cast speed, attack speed, different stats based on a different build. So we've already seen things like fire damage, or for fire skills, or for dark skills, and all that beautiful stuff. Again, having a tag system would be good, because how do I know what type? I mean, obviously Earth Spark is probably going to be an Earth skill, but how do I actually know that? The game needs to be able to explain that. So just type like there's so much space here they can add. You know, this is add their skill typing, Earth, projectile, whatever, just like Soulstone Survivors has, so that we are able to tell what our gear is actually going to be helping with, and so on and so forth. I mean, even Path of Exile has that, and Diablo, so that you know when you're going to increase your fire damage, that increased fire damage is affecting these specific skills. So there's sometimes going to be a skill that it says, oh, it's a firebolt, but just now it's a chaos skill, and a fire, even though it's got fire in the name, a fire damage doesn't actually help with the skill. So that's probably not the case. It's a really extreme example, but it's a good example to show that, hey, we need those typings so that we are able to see what's going to happen. And this is beautiful. So much damage coming from our basic attacks, although it's not even that much damage, even though we keep getting so much damage for it, or so many levels. We're already on level 8. I think because our base attack isn't that high, as you can see, we don't deal that much, although we are dealing quite a bit, a huge amount. +3 to the daggers. It gives projectile count, projectile speed, damage, and critical hit. This is piercing, chance, and depth. This is 30% damage. I have to take this. There's no way we don't take this, right? That's +3 to the skill. There's no way we don't take that. What we do want is trying to get piercing on it now, because you can see it doesn't pierce. It only hits the first target. So if we're able to get piercing on the skill, that's going to help a whack ton. I wonder if leveling it up will give you piercing. Alright, we get... Ooh, wait, we need that. That's very good. Bad basic attack. I really wanted that gold, but basic attack. If that gold was there over something else, we would have taken it, but... Well, it doesn't really help. We're only picking up like 2 gold, so 10% of 2 is still 2. It's not going to actually help us that much. We would need 50% for us to see a different number. Unless you gain... I mean, I'm sure you gain more gold in the further levels. That is beautiful. 50% to increase our projectile count. We do have a lot of projectiles right now with the spinning blades as well as the stabbing daggers. So getting it to a +2 immediately is beautiful. I wasn't going to take it, but because it was a +2, I felt like we had to take it. Also, where is the elite? Usually I'm fighting an elite by now. There is no healthy enemy around for us to fight. There we go. We've got another... Ooh, piercing chance is also pretty good. But we are going to enhance our basic attack to level 10. Again, trying to see what level we can get it to. Maybe there's just infinite scaling with the actual skill. So maybe there is no level limit to them because it is your basic attack. Or maybe skills only have a certain amount of limit to them. But that's what we're trying to figure out. Maybe a developer's watching this and they can let us know if there's a limit or not. If we can't find it out in our first video. That's something I will have to let you know in the next one, because this is definitely going to be a game that I'm making multiple videos on. Alright, so here we get increase all damage by 10%. That is a beautiful upgrade to get. Of course we want to increase the damage of absolutely everything. That just makes total sense, and we are currently one-tapping absolutely everything, which is also beautiful. Alright, we've started seeing some ranged enemies again. That's fine. They also just get one-tapped from our basic attack. It's just these, oh, even these guys are getting hit real hard. But it does look like it is those guys with the helmets that take additional hits. Maybe they're armored, so we need to hit them multiple times in order to get that damage off. We'll have to see at the end what the DPS of the spinning blades was. I don't know if it's actually doing anything for us. But, I mean, we don't have levels in it. It's only level 1, so that does make sense. Let's go and level it up again and see. Maybe it will start doing a bit more for us. I'm sure it is. Any damage done to an enemy is definitely helping us deal, you know, get rid of them a lot quicker. So any skill that increases its damage is going to be a bonus to us. That's just how these types of things work. Okay, we do one tap those guys, and these guys very, very quickly lose HP. Alright, this is what we wanted the twin or the stabbing daggers for, so that we could get that health bar as low as possible, as quick as possible. We picked up some rare gloves over there. I do hope we get some unique weapons. That will be really, really awesome. Oh, speaking of which, we just picked one up. I'm so sure that was unique. Okay, magic item chance. Or do we get this? I think we're gonna have to go... Oh, critical hit damage could be pretty good. Oh no, this is... Let's go with magic item find. I want more magic items. Okay, I see some rare enemies. I mean, not rare enemies, the ranged enemies. Alright, this is hectic. I don't know how we expected to survive there. But we did find a special weapon, basic attack, or the daggers dealing a whack ton of damage over there. So that's good. Please do not take the... Okay, fantastic. We get to keep the unique weapon. So let's go and take a look at what this weapon is. So we identify. And we've got this. So it's a legendary item, a Bellute's Empowered Axe. So it gives us a massive amount of weapon power. So we've got 9.6 damage per second. So it's increased by 1.3. We've got, I mean, how do we compare the stats? Oh, there we go. So we gain increased weapon power. So it goes from 10.6, from 7.5 to 10.6. We lose a little bit of attack speed. We gain increased special attack power. Yeah, it's plus 6 strength, plus weapon power, increased maximum damage to medium enemies. I'm not 100% sure what that means. Chance to recover life on hit, which is really big. And if more than 5 enemies are within 6 meters of us, it's 50% increased basic attack damage. So we are going to lose a little bit, like projectile count, as well as damage to small enemies, as well as all damage, but that 50% bonus attack damage is going to be massive. So that is really, really cool. We're going to go and equip that. Over here we get a really big upgrade to our chest piece with overall attack power. We get, I guess, different skills. Those all go up, but it doesn't really matter because we're not necessarily using those. And then we lose a bit of armor on the gloves, but we gain increase to skill cast speed, basic attack range, XP gain, as well as piercing chance over there. So that's really, really good. All resistances up here, but we lose all the other stats, so we're not really worried about those. This ring, we actually gain all resistance and then dark resistance. So 2.1 to all resistance is probably better than 3% to normal resistances. We can actually go and check our stats now. So we've got 0.5% crit chance. That's really bad. 16.7 damage, quite a bit of strength with vitality as well. And let's go take a look. Okay, you can't grab it. Let's see what we've got. There's a lot of different stats over here, so that's going to be very interesting. It leads us to believe that there are going to be different kinds of builds that you can go for, as well as getting different skills as well. So that's what's going to happen when we get that beautiful chance to change the different skills. But the blacksmith over there, there's nothing to do with him. We've got this over here to change, but we can't afford anything. But what we can do is remove... Oh, you see, look at this. I'm never going to be able to afford these. It doesn't even give me the price. Oh, it does 1,000. Actually, I might be able to. So let's go and sell everything. We're on 600. Get ourselves some legendary boots. Do they do anything special? Yes, plus 20% movement speed for 2 seconds after critting. And these ones, oh, plus 3 damage for every skill above level 3. Okay, we got 4 runs left, 3 runs left before we're able to get something like this. This has a, oh check, they've done it very much like Diablo, where it's got the affixes as well. So the gear itself has the, oh, it doesn't let me show it. So the gear itself has the affixes that makes it that much better or that much stronger. So that's actually really, really cool. So just like Diablo, this is literally a Diablo bullet heaven, and I hope you guys enjoy that. So that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.